host tonight, the Northern Edition, and good evening all. I'm Shasheena Rolle. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, thousands of Bahamians are employed in the public sector, and there are many concerns within the various government agencies. Tonight, the chairman talks about the extent of those challenges and how this recently appointed board will work to fix them. 20,000 persons in the public service, and Reverend James Moultrie says there are many concerns that center, particularly around upward mobility.
Things like appointments, things like promotions, reclassifications, things like in-service awards, matters such as these. Generally, they revolve around careers. How do they move from this point to the next? What are the requirements? And so we've listened to those, and I assure you that we will address them.
The new committee was elected back in November, and in an historic move, traveled to Grand Bahama to hear the concerns facing employees of the various government agencies.
Every one of us have had at least 30 years, 40 years, close to 50 years in the public service. So we understand, and we understand fully. I might say that I believe it is fair to say this is probably the most experienced commission in a very long time. I served on a previous commission, and we were not as experienced as we have here today. So this augurs well for the public service, and everyone in the service, whether in Grand Bahama or in Agua or Berry Islands, can expect fairness from us.
He says public service can expect no special considerations other than what is prescribed by law.
There are laws that govern our work. The Public Service Act, the Pensions Act. We have regulations promulgated by Parliament. And so this is, as I said, quasi-judicial, quasi-legal. So everything we do have to be properly done and correctly done, because we are subject to appeal. There is a Public Service Board of Appeal.
Moultrie says the new committee is excited about transforming the public sector into a stronger, more efficient workforce. Well, First Caribbean Bank has reportedly confirmed a move to cut more than 60 jobs in the Bahamas. Most of them are expected from the Bahamas Operations Center and are allegedly being outsourced to Jamaica. The union representing those workers is still in talks. 3 months' notice will reportedly be given, so most of those layoffs would not take effect immediately. President of the Bahamas Financial Services Union, Teresa Mortimer, blames the Bahamas not signing on to the Caribbean single market and economy's free movement of labor component. She points out that other employees in the region can follow their jobs to other countries if they choose to. More on that story will come in the national report. Jonathan Pierre, 21 of Cresswell Drive, pleading guilty to forgery before Magistrate Charlton Smith today. Pierre facing 3 counts of forgery and 3 counts of possession of a forged document. He was convicted and fined $500 on each count. Failure to pay will result in a 6-month prison sentence at Her Majesty's Prison. Pierre is also to be of good behavior, and failure to do so, he will serve an additional 6 months in prison. Pierre was arrested on Saturday on Columbus Drive. Police tell us that officers of the Mobile Division acting on information went to that area and took Pierre into custody after discovering 5 Bahamas Road Traffic Inspection stickers, a Bahamas Road Traffic Validation sticker, and 22 Bahamas Road Traffic decals in the vehicle that he was driving. Minister of Social Services and Community Development, the Honorable Melanie Griffin, entertaining questions and concerns from the residents about pending new legislation to benefit the disabled community and other matters affecting the disabled in the country. Some residents noting concerns about the application and benefit granting system. Minister Griffin says a new social safety net reform project will help to take about the subjectivity of the human element.
This new program will put in place something that is called a proxy means test. It's separate and apart from what is done now. And once you go into social services, you fill out that application, they are able to, will be able to put the information into the system immediately, and the system will determine, based on the information provided on the application, whether or not you qualify. And almost immediately you can be told whether or not you qualify.
Now, Minister Griffin also stating that the Commission will soon embark on a public education campaign to raise the level of awareness in the country. She says it is everyone's duty to look after the rights of the disabled.
We will need to have a whole lot of public education and a whole lot of training. That is why what we're saying now is that the entire Bahamas must know persons with disabilities have rights, and they must be included in every aspect of our society. And so, you know, get used to it. We're here to stay. We are citizens of this country, and you must treat us in the right way.
And that's going to take us to our first break. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.